Hey everybody, here's a live stream for August 2nd of 2023. And let me just get all my stuff here. Got my YouTube thing up. Okay, here we go. Yep, looks like it's going. So what do we have for today? We have everything looks like it's headed down, but we're at this value area low of this entire thing, if you want to call that a composite. And here's another composite down here, and the VPOC is right there at 4550. So that might be a place to look. See a composite of these 3 days. That's another place to look at. Yeah, which is only about 15 points further down from where we are now. So that's completely possible. Also possible that we're testing this. This just tested the range, and then we head back up. But this whole thing here, the fact that it's having trouble going higher. You've got a lower high here. See, there's your highest. There's a lower high, and coming back down, testing that. Completely possible. It could test down to here or further. There's a lot of empty volume here. Wasn't retested. Yeah, see, there's a big void here. These prices weren't retested, so it's possible all this could go lower. That's for ES. And for NQ, we have, let's go back to retest all of that. Draw another one here. You see, so what is that? 15.5, 59. Call it 15.560. I might want to adjust the volume mixer so that thing isn't so loud. It's probably making it so you can't hear my mixer anymore. Okay, I'm going to bring that down a little bit so the market pulse doesn't crowd everything. Okay. It's a little more manageable for when the beeps go off. So I'll leave that as it is right there. Looks like my volume's okay. And I still want to hear the volume, the market pulse. These are all volume pressure. You got a RTY, ES, MES, and NQ. They're all volume pressure. Because for the other settings, I don't really know what I'd use them for. I've got all these liquidations for crypto only. Price change, spread change. You've got all these things. I just use volume pressure. It's just so I have an auditory thing telling me when stuff's going down. And yeah. 45.51. That's where we're looking at going down. This can also go just as easily go up. So then as for what is going on today, it's just down, down, down. And now shifting up a little bit, but the trend is down. I see it here, trend is down. 51 is based on this volume here, this composite of 3 micro composites right here of 3 days. I consider a micro composite as one daily volume profile, and this is 3 days. So I'm going to let this, or just going to watch how this develops. Now we have RTY, looks like it's, see it can reach the bottom of the composite value area low. And a lot of this kind of suggests that this could be headed down lower. And unfortunately, today I don't have such a clear read on it, so it might be more narration, and I don't know if I'll be able to pull off executing anything. I may have missed my chance. Now this is just a downtrend until something changes. Well, looks like outside liquidity, there's more liquidity down there. So perhaps could there be well, I think for this whole thing that happened, if you have people from last month and they're still in this, probably institutions that don't really handle this stuff on an intraday basis, or maybe I'll just call them higher time frame participants. they could be interacting in they might hold the thing for the whole contract. That's possible. I figure most of this is intraday trading, but it's possible you have different hedge funds and institutions, banks that might hold these. I don't know how all that works. Just a guy trying to be a retail trader. What do we see here? It's yeah, see this thing's just taking a big old dump today. Let's see if I can get the economic news on here. What do we have for today? I'll put the weekly. Oh, no, it's Wednesday. So what are we looking at? 21 minutes. We got all the fuel related stuff, and that's it for the day. We have the non-farm employment, and see, it's a much better number. That's good for everybody overall. You want more employment happening. And crude oil, we don't know yet. Looks like all of these were kind of roughly where they expected it. Yeah, more car sales, more truck sales. These are, I guess they're within what they predicted. So anyway, in 20 minutes we've got all this stuff, so that would be at 7:30. I don't want to be involved with that. And yeah, see, price is coming down here, so when it hits 51-ish, 51-ish area, then could be a chance for a rebound. Who knows, maybe the thing just takes a dump, because got a bunch of empty space here. There could be a whole bunch of trapped participants holding the contract for the duration. So we've got all that. Maybe if I draw another volume profile here, see what kind of shape it is. Yeah, so I'm going to do that pretty much, and I'm going to need something that I can actually see, so I'm going to change this. And what do we have there? We've got 44.19. We've got I can stretch a little further here, even just, go to like there. It's fine. So 44.19, that's really the next. Got this one here, 44.84, but this 51, this is kind of where we're paying attention to what's going to happen here. Looks like it's got no problem. It could rebound right there at 51, but I don't know if I want to be the one deciding that. And then we have a bunch of news events happening in 20 minutes, so I don't know if I want to have a position on when multiple news events are coming in. Although those fuel related economic news events, they don't seem to really do too much. I think these come out every week or something. So that they don't seem to really shake the market up disrupt the auction. That's what we're looking for, how does it disrupt the auction? I'll take a look for a second, see what people in the traders lab are saying. Yeah, like Tom is saying, observe mean reversion, but yeah, I think a lot of people here are like me. They're kind of looking at this thing going, well, it's either we don't know, or I guess it's too early yet. It's only been open 45 minutes, so I'm not going to have that good of an idea what's happening yet. But that 51, that's the 51-ish area. That's kind of where I'm interested. I think I'll put a little thing here. 51. I just want a notification thing. Maybe I'll put a MIC-VPOC there. Composite CVPOC. There, that way everybody can know what's up with all that. There, so when it gets there, I want to see what goes on when it hits that. Because of that, and it can just punch right through. This isn't much of a composite. And then you got another one here. But then, coming down here, that's another decent composite of quite a few days all lumped together. And you've got 4419.25. So anyway, let's blow this up. Let's see what this is going to look like here when this hits 51. Because depending on what happens, that could be. See, I don't want to catch the falling knife, is what the deal is. So. And let's see what she does here. Because this whole area is kind of where I want to see what's happening. It can punch right through it like it's nothing, but we could see on that other chart how could see right there how there's the that's hitting a composite VPOC. So we're going to keep an eye on our market pulse too. And let's see what. Oh man, it's nice stuff. The hell? Oh man, this thing took my ES away. What's NQ doing? NQ just filled a large bid order. What's NQ doing? Yeah, they filled a large bid order. So, see, I don't want to get myself catching that falling knife. There's so much downward pressure that I want to see a clear sign of reversal. I let other people take that risk of catching the falling knife, and then if I can see there's a clear reversal here, maybe I'll get the chance to come in. I need to see like a high volume node and then a retest. Otherwise, otherwise I would just be gambling at this point because I can't tell how this is going to react to that. So there is all this void here. Now you've got this 60 or so points where there's not all that much going on. I see that's interesting to see how you've got this composite of these 3 days at 51, and it makes a reaction right there at 51. And then you have a bunch of N50, so you have that you have resting liquidity. People are going, okay, look at that. A lot of others are seeing the same thing, I guess. Seeing a composite epoch there. And they're looking at, we're starting to see these bids pack on. But does that give me a potential mean reversion here? It could. See this, I may have not had a decent entry point. I need to see, something more than that. So it could hit right here at this volume and just come right back down again. Now it can reach this. This is a rejected area and come right back down. See, this could be totally open here. Then you're in the value area low for this whole thing. See which one has more days. This has more days. Could be more gravity for this to be attracted to this. So should I have placed an order here? No, I don't think so, because that would be catching the falling knife, which is not something. It's a very dangerous thing to do in the long run. Probably blow up your account. So why do I want to do that? I have my setups I'm working on. I have my high volume retest, my high volume node retest, and then I have the Traders Lab initial balance failure and initial balance continuation. So those are my three. That gives a pretty wide variety of scenarios to work on. Basic market structure. If I get really good with just those three, then I have a wide variety of scenarios covered. So I want to see, how does this react to this volume node here? We have this volume node. It can blow right past it. It's not not a huge amount of volume. You see these orders coming on. They start to pile on here. And then people start to notice price coming up. We hear a market pulse. You know, those types of beeps you're hearing, those mean buyers. More buying pressure. See, it's reacting to the high volume node. So I mean, this could be could go right back up. Wouldn't surprise me, but just narrating it, you know, it has to come past here. It has to show a clear sign that it's trying to reach that in order to make it pass there, because it could hit this, come all the way down. We have a bunch more orders here, but there's some pulling. See, that could be a sell exhaustion with more going upwards, but it's not enough to say. So there seems to be a rejection just for that moment at that high volume node. See, it's got to push up further through there, or so you have these added on right now. So that could be a good sign there that there could be buyers from down here. They want to get here, or you have shorts and they're pushing down their stop loss. So you know there's a lot of stops right around these, the VPOC, VWAP mid. See, and then there's NQ, and it's just on a death spiral here. It's just taking a huge dump. But what I say earlier on there, I said 15,560. So it blew right through that. But I mean, that's could be mean reverting, but there's this rejection area here. So does it want to start going into there? It would have to have a chance of going up. So if we get a rejection here, that could be more back and forth within these and this thing. Now we're starting to get more ES beeps. The other ones aren't doing too much. So that's pretty interesting, that composite VPOC. So I'm not the only one who must have been seeing that. There was that cluster of days, and then you make a composite volume profile for that. So there must have been other people that came to the same conclusion about that being a composite VPOC. Quite a few of them. And there could be other stuff, options. I've got no idea about options. What's happening with that? So the bigger test will be, let's draw another rectangle. And I sure wish they would, you know, draw these rectangles to where they will just continue to the right. So we're looking, you know, there's an area. There could be a rejection here and continuation down. And you know, they would have to get above here and show some signals that it would want to, the price would want to come up above here, because this is more rejection. People didn't want to execute at these prices, and not anywhere near as much as executed in these prices. Now we have this node. Could stick around here and get a VPOC shift and get about another 2800 or whatever that is. Need a few thousand more. But like I was saying, there's just see, I would want to see more of a pullback, because there's still all this potential up here to get taken, and this volume to be retested before going down. So I just have to sit on my hands, and I don't have any way to execute at the moment. So I'm just going to enjoy my cigar here and keep narrating. I've got too much junk on the screen, so you know what, I'm just going to put that where the MES is. So we got NQ, that's going to interest more people. MES is basically going to look the same as the ES. So we're going to have our initial balance. So this right here, 51, that's a composite VPOC, and looks like it's also going to be the IV low if this doesn't come down here real quick. It's 7:30, so yep. Maybe I'll put a little tag right there. And we've got an initial balance low. There's a bunch of other statistics, areas people look at, but it is a real beast to, if I'm looking at 3 different products here and I've got to label, you know, 10, 15 things on each one, that is. And they keep changing too, so some people have software that it'll automatically update in these columns. I tried to figure it out, but I couldn't, even with several people helping me. They had some tricky thing with Excel that just would not cooperate with my system, or between IRT and Bookmap, so I just kind of scrapped that. I don't particularly need it. Tom was saying when I talked to him before that, oh, you know, if I had to learn this Investor RT platform again, I would just, oh, it would drive me nuts. I might switch to a different one. He just uses it because he's been using it for a long time, I think since it first came out or something. So I'm interested in, you know, what are we seeing down here? Now, do we find any sign of a support here and bids stacking up where you're saying, okay, people are lined up here to buy? And I like seeing these little markers, just gives me an idea besides just the bars. Like, okay, that tells you, okay, that's a lot. Maybe sometimes looking at the colors, doesn't really sink in, but you see 521, that's a bunch. 130, that's a bunch. Look, 75, 151, that's not that much. You still have more bid liquidity somewhere outside further down. And you have less up here, which, there could, to me that could point to, there could be stops under here. I don't know where this was. See, sometimes you click on it on accident and it goes crazy. Ooh, no, where did it go? I'm just going to leave that there. And that's pretty interesting. So there's definitely others. They drew this. They have this cluster here that turns into a composite. And there may or may not be some, that kind of sounds like a strike price here to me, but I'm definitely no options expert. I did like a basic course on options, learned about Greeks and stuff, and that's just options just aren't really my thing at this point. Could be later. There's definitely some good people in that bookmap community. They know what they've got their whole thing with options and they're good at it. But even they trade stocks and futures, along with just doing actual options, which I think platforms like Tastytrade or Thinkorswim, those are supposed to be really good for options. So you have this this volume area here. It's forming its own little balance, a micro balance. And you can see it here, that chart range. If I turn it to that, there's your chart range, still more weighted to the downside there in the chart range volume profile. And we have it bouncing, do we want it here or here? And then overall, this, does this maybe point towards, go there? We have a high statistical probability of that initial bounce low getting hit. And this is not the initial bounce low yet. And we're right next to this thing here. Pretty good probability that would hit. So before I would potentially do anything, I want to see, what would happen here. Is that going to be IB continuation? That seems to fit the context. And this is very close towards having this VPOC shifted down to here from around 63.75 down to about 56. A very high probability, like 90+% probability this is going to hit here. It was pretty high. It was like 96, 97% or something like that. I could zoom in here and be like, you know, where is our, that's our overnight VPOC, right? There's 64.25. What does that have to do? Well, 64. So this is the overnight VPOC. Ended up being this VPOC. But it looks like it could very shortly here end up changing. But due to the fact that there's a high probability of so due to the fact there's a high probability this initial balance low will get hit. And I probably want to put a little tag there. There's our initial balance high. Got our initial balance high right there. Did I put on the beeper? You know, it's gonna beep if we end up hitting that. But the context is clearly down. Look at that, just down, 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 nothing but down. That went up, but this is pretty quickly here. I would imagine, you know, look at that. It's off by 900, something like that. Let's watch this very carefully here. What is going to go on in this initial balance low? You've got all of this sitting at 50. You know, 50, 51-ish. You know, it's all just, there's no precision in any of this. It's all just, you know, where was their previously high volume at, and is that going to be a fair price or not? Are the participants going to say, is that a fair price, or do we want to keep going lower? And there's some support to say, yeah, it could definitely continue going lower. But even larger than that, it's still an uptrend. So we're looking, you know, what happens with this volume, and it appears to be, at the moment, here's 55. You know, you see all this happening, and then, you know, you've got, you know, I want to see how does this, what kind of reaction takes place down here is what I want to look at. Yeah, so this is the, like Tom says, you know, this is the chassis. This is your bigger picture. So you can zoom in, look at the microstructure. And this is where you've got a rejection of those prices, but the trajectory is downwards right now, at least to this point. And you know, you see buyers lining up here. I probably shouldn't refer to, you see bids here. We don't know if that seller's trying to get out or buyer's trying to get in. So we see bids on the book down here. We see more liquidity. So I would be a little more inclined to just say, in an area it could just keep going lower. But you have a stop divergence there, so just keeping an eye on it. We still didn't have a VPOC shift, so makes me unsure of which way to go. So it looks like this filled. Yeah, it looks like some of this got filled. So that could be the point where you're going, okay, if we see it come back up above here and show us a sign that this could be support and this could have been a fill, and you've got stop divergence. Hell, I'll do it anyway. Let's see.
Order filled.
If it doesn't show me, then I'm going to back out of it pretty quick. And, it's because of this fill here. And that if it gets here, I want to be out. Got to see the thing come back up. And it's mainly because of this fill, and I'm seeing the stop divergence. So where do we want to take profit? That would be around there. And if this doesn't work out, then I just...
Stop filled.
Yep, I had the wrong ideas there. See, now it's probably taking a dump. Or I may have just moved it too close. We're having trouble getting further down. So the first thing I said may have been the right idea. But I doubted myself then. So it's because this got thrown in and I was like, okay, you see the ship turning. A lot of time there. So that particular one did not work out. See what the damage was from that. That's not like I'm going to lose sleep over that. But the original stop, that was... So I guess the context, I was off. I was talking about it, but this appeared to be more like okay, initial balance continuation. Might have been clued in as this is still too high and coming down, but and there's the lack of a VPOC shift here, suggesting okay, this could still have value up here. This could still be the retail price. Hasn't shifted down lower. I saw the stop exhaustion. This could be where it happens. But we still have a lot more bids that are sitting on the book down lower. So I mean, this it's a counter trend trade, trying to go back up. It can go down quite a bit further here. This box, I don't know if that has anything relevant there. There's all of this that can just take a monster dump. So I had conflicting ideas there. I'll walk myself through it. So I had the conflicting idea, you know, here's a bid fill, and we popped above here again. I shouldn't have entered here. And, you know, it just ended up being continuation down. So that's walking myself through it. So this is just like a day where we're testing in this composite area. So we don't know if this is a springboard where price can keep coming up. I don't think that box has anything to do with anything because I accidentally clicked and dragged it. We have volume here, but it's like based on what I'm looking at, is there any reason why I would want to get long? That's trying to catch a falling knife. I made the mistake here of doing it because I thought it was an IBF setup, which it was not. Let's see if some other people thought it was an IBF. Oh, we have and to the ones who stuck with an IBC, okay, good on them. You know, they had the right idea going on. 46. They keep getting these McVeepochs, and I'm not sure where they're coming up with it from. No, I mean that's 51, so that's what my thing shows for these 3 days down here. How did they have 46? I don't know. That I don't know where they're getting the 46 from. Yeah, so at least with what I did, you know, I was like, you know, if it doesn't happen here, I want out. I don't want to sit there and lose even more. Oops. Smoke went out here. So this thing may just continue on without me having. That may have been geez, I'm just not. I didn't see any other than potentially here where I screwed up. I didn't see any real place I could get in. That wouldn't have been good because you still have this potential to get picked. Like right here is an excellent short opportunity right there. A rejection of coming back into here. That's a good. I guess this would have been. I mean, still, but still, there's see. There's nothing I can operate off of, so I did all right the last 2 days. Check on the last 2 days here. Let's see, that's just a mess up. So I've done all right the last 2 days. Here I ran into some trouble. It was yesterday, but then I got myself back up. Some of these I was in there long time. 2 hours 47 minutes. Just went on and on and on yesterday. I just wanted to yell at the screen. I just wanted to go, move, move, because the thing was just like ping-ponging in a tight range, and I was just going, man, really lame. Let's see. I think this is. Let's see how last month went. The last month, you know, I'm not doing too bad. I'm taking better control of my risk. What was my my max drawdown was 116. I got up to here. These are with the micros. This is not bad for a month. Not a whole month. It was 3 weeks because I was on vacation that first week. So let's see what all this beep boops is about. And what's down here? Hell if I know. These guys in here, they've got all sorts of various numbers and stuff. I can't keep up with all of it, you know. Not being able to use that invest rotate T thing, there's just no way I can keep track of all this later, because I can manually do some of it. Hopefully the beeps aren't too loud. So I adjusted the volume on the beeps. I can try to bring them down a little more. Except my my sound mixer thing froze up. So yeah, this is well, that's a good IBC right there. And I was talking about, but see, the things that threw me off. Right here, did we actually have that fill? There was some fills. Some of the bid liquidity got filled. I guess maybe the fact I didn't see absorption there. Do I have the I have the absorption indicator on, didn't show anything. So this would be your ideal place to enter on a IBC, because we're one above, now it's not going above. Where's the buyers? They're kind of getting exhausted there. And now I've come down 10 points. You know, it's a pretty good trade right there. And it's got plenty of potential to just keep going lower. And I might just be out of opportunities to try to pull something off. Where's the next volume node? You've got volume node, volume node. They're pretty small. This is your much bigger volume node. It's a composite VPOC. But this thing can just dump. This thing, look at that. This thing can just take a massive, huge dump with no way for me to really get in. Because we've already dropped so far that there could be a turnaround, and that looks like more fills. You got more fills there. Sometimes, you know, you hit, you know, one, two, like several of them, and you can come back, but this is catching the falling knife. I need to see some kind of pattern of, oh, here's volume, and then up, and then, you know, and then a retest, and then up. I need to see volume, then down, and then a retest, and then down. Which this was a little harder to catch because of those other things that happened. But hopefully the narration makes sense. I had the wrong idea on here. I wasn't staying in alignment. But there were reasons. There were reasons. Did the opposite of what would have been a good move. I think I narrated out why. I'm going to have to go back and timestamp right when I did that. So that would be, so I want 743. Yeah, so I want to be looking down here, make a timestamp when I'm, you know, going to post this in the Bookmap community on Discord. When I did this, you know, what was I looking at? Why did I not go in properly? That's catching the falling knife. That is one of my worst problems, is trying to catch a falling knife. Because I think the catching knife thing is over. Now, is this going to be a high volume retest? Can I even call that high volume? It's like just a little blip. Look, it's not much of anything there. Is it worth taking the risk that that could continue up? I just Now we still, see, we're starting to get some more liquidity up higher. And we had multiple fills. But it might just be bad practice to try to think I'm catching the falling knife. This could be it. You know, I'd figure, you know, retest down into this before that could still be really bad because you've just got this wide open to keep going down. I can do time frame, so it's let's try this. Let's see what this is gonna look like. I don't know if that makes it look cleaner or what. You have a big gap, maybe that can come back and try to fill. I don't know if I can call that a setup because the trend is down. I should be looking for, you know, it's hard. It's like I can't read it worth a damn now. You know, and I had see, the first thing I was saying, if I rewind this whole thing, I was talking about IB continuation, but I saw some other crap that got me jumbled up here. And I was going, oh, it may be a mean reversion. And that was not the case. Oh, okay, maybe this is why, maybe because it's still giving me overnight profiles. Why did this change? Because it was at 51. What the? Talking 46? What? I don't know. Somehow that changed. I've still got overnight profiles there. I've changed the line to what does this look like with candles? About bars. I'm not as familiar with bars, so I should be looking more at candles. But I like the lines because that just keeps me more focused on the order flow. So you'll see different patterns and whatever, candlestick patterns. Those are, a lot of them are junk. So you can just get tricked by them too easily. Unless you got vetted statistics on it, then roll with that. You know, it's like whatever makes the money. All that matters. But the trend is just down, and you know, I missed the bullet train. This is your Tokyo Express bullet train headed downtown, and I did not board the train on time. So gotta wait for the next train. And this could be where it reverses, but man, I do not want to get in the business of trying to catch a falling knife. Like, I gotta see the whole thing build up. It's like trying to turn an oil tanker around. So anyway, this will be. Oh yeah, we got slow down here. Man, he did a good job here. That's a that's a that's a great move. He nailed it, man. He nailed it. Look at that. That's, let me bring that up here. Slow down just nailed that thing. Okay, so we entered here. I don't see where he took his exit, but if he's somewhere down, he's getting somewhere down here. That's pretty good. So some of them they add just more than I can add. I don't have the level of complexity that I want to make this the simplest thing that I can use to make money. And some of these guys, they in the T-Lab, you know, they've got more experience, they can read it better. I think my narration's pretty decent. I've gotten feedback from people, and narration makes sense. No, it could be maybe I just need to be looking at candles again, because that's what I originally started with. Maybe having line is too blurry. I wanted to do that, you know, so I get my eyes trained, you know, I'm just looking what's the interaction between the high volumes. So there was a pretty significant fill here, and then to have it go all the way down, multiple other fills. Say I'm asking something about, what is a 1.5 IBL? I don't really know. The target in this scenario is I'm going to blow that up so I can look at it. Mine's with, what's a I don't know what an 1.5 IBL extension. I'm going to have to wait for him to maybe tell me what that is. LVN separating distributions at 48.5 followed by IBI. Uh, 1.5 times the range of the. What is? I don't think I get that. I might have to ask some more questions about that. What was this? This was 63.75 and 12.5 and 50 and down to 40. That's 10. Sorry, I don't think I understand that. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I don't know what that is. IBL 1.5. What the? I don't know what that is. It worked out really great on Slowdown's trade there. It has a good job. Oh, he's got a. Okay, so he's got a thing here. So he's got. Man, I don't. Man, I don't know. Uh, uh, That could be the decent question to ask Tom. So 46, but the 46 wasn't. I might have to DM slow down in there and get an idea. Oh, what that is, I don't know if that's an important thing. I looked. I don't know. Try to dumb this down to where my thanks. Uh, thanks. Uh, yeah, see, here's a comment I put. I tried using that Investor RT. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was. I just wanted to just slam my head into a wall till I blacked out. Oh my god. Uh, Hell, I'll show that on here. This is pretty funny. this, oh, Okay, well, I'm going to log out because Tom is going to come on now. So have a good day, everybody. If you watched, thank you for watching. And I'm going to go back and review this later sometime. And hopefully my narration stuff made sense. So I'm going to log out for now, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.